Welcome students. Today we'll start the biology class for class 10. We'll start with the lesson life process. So the main thing what we are going to learn in this lesson life process is to the factors or the things that are going to be unique for only living organisms. So what is a living organism and what is a non-living organism? How can be a living organism differentiated from a non-living thing? That is, the living organism has some mechanisms. So there are many mechanisms present within the living organisms that is going to help those organisms to repair and maintain their structures. That is, whether it is the physical structure or the anatomical structures, வெளியில தெரிகிற structures இருந்துட்டாலும் சரி, whatever is going to be present inside their bodies also. So whatever it is, so they are mechanisms to repair these structures and to maintain those structures. They take up many mechanisms, and all these mechanisms or processes that is going to help in the maintenance of the living structure is called as the life process. So all the processes that are going to help the organisms to maintain and to repair their structures is called as the life processes. If they lose these life processes, so if life processes are absent, so if life processes are going to be absent, or if they cannot do it or they cannot perform those life processes, if they cannot perform the life processes, then the organism is said to be a non-living thing. That is, they are no more a living thing. So it is the life processes that is going to decide whether the organism is going to be a living or a non-living thing. So when is this life processes happening? When is it happening is it is going to be done all through the day. That is, even when there is a physical work. So when there is some physical work done by an organism, that time also life process is going on. Meantime, when there is no physical work also, for example, an organism is in dormant state, that is, if it is not working, it is at rest. So that is, for example, we are sleeping. On the time there are going to be some life processes that are happening inside. So when there is no physical work also, so it is going to be all through the day, the life processes are going to happen. And how is this life process done? So all the life processes are done with the help of energy. So the organisms to perform their life processes, they require energy. And where is this energy coming from? Is from their food. So the organism to perform their life process, they need energy. For energy, they are going to take in food, which we will be studying it as nutrition. So nutrition is nothing but the source of food that is going to provide energy for the organism. The food that is taken in by the organism is going to be as simple as carbon dioxide, or it can be more complex substances also. If it is going to be a simple substance, it is going to be broken down directly to release energy. And if it is to be a complex substance, it is first digested into simpler substances. So digested into simpler substances, and then it is going to break down to produce energy finally. And this energy will be used up by the organism to do its works. And we say there is breakdown. So whether it is complex to simple substances or simple substances to energy, what is happening here is some breakdown process. So there has to be something that is going to help in the breakdown process. And all the breakdown, so this is the one system, we will study it in detail. That is taking in food and converting it into energy is going to be one of the life process. So this one we'll be studying it in detail. Then this breakdown process is happening. Usually the breakdown processes or a building up process. Building up process அப்படினா வந்துட்டு it is going to be the formation of substances like new cells. We said there has to be repair mechanisms also that has to be done. So when it has to be repaired, there can be some building up process, and all breakdown and building up process are going to happen as simple chemical reactions. Most of the chemical reactions are going to be oxidation reduction reactions. So these oxidation reduction reactions, if they have to happen, there has to be oxygen, and most of the oxidation reduction reactions is based, or it is they are usually dependent on oxygen. So now oxygen is required by the organism. If it is going to be a simple organism, for example, if it is going to be a unicellular organism, then this oxygen can be taken in by simple diffusion process. That is, they have to cross their cell wall, cell membrane, and enter inside. Oxygen can enter simply inside the cell. If it is going to be a multicellular organism, all cells will not be directly exposed to the exterior surface, so they cannot take in oxygen. So they require a system that is going to take oxygen inside the body, so that all cells are going to receive. The process we call as the respiration. So this is the second life process that is required by the organism to live. So respiration is for taking in of oxygen. So if it is food or the nutrients that is taken up, or if it is the oxygen that is taken up, if these two substances are taken from outside, it has to reach all parts of the body. All parts, instead of saying all parts, it has to reach all cells present in the body, because all the cells are going to require its need, whether it is nutrition or oxygen, it is going to require. So all cells in the body are going to require these substances. Again, if it is going to be unicellular organisms, by simple diffusion it can be done, whereas in multicellular organisms, it requires some transport mechanism, some type of transport mechanism which can carry these substances, that is the food, nutrition or oxygen, to all the cells. So there should be some transport mechanism, which we study it as the circulatory system. So this is the third life process that is going to happen in a living organism. So it is being transported. Now once the organisms, if the cells are going to getting sufficient amount of food, sufficient amount of oxygen, there are building up processes, breakdown processes, they produce energy, and these oxygen is used during this process. So whatever is going to happen, so as the result of all process that is happening inside the body, there are going to be waste products that are going to be formed. So breakdown substances la vandittu energy will be used, but all substances cannot be used up. There can be waste products that are going to be formed, and these products should not be accumulated. They have to be eliminated from the body. For this elimination, the body again has a system called as excretion. So this is the next life process that is going to happen inside the body. And one more important life process that is happening inside the body is control of all these systems. So all these systems has to be in control. Only then they will be happening at a correct level. Whenever it is needed, it will be happening. Whenever it is not needed, it has to be stopped. When it has to be done in excess, it has to be done in excess. So all these control, there should be present, the control. And the control systems of the body is of two methods of control in our body. One is nervous control, and the other one is hormonal control. Nervous control, we'll be studying it as the nervous system, and hormonal control, we'll be studying it under the endocrine system. So this is the fifth life process of the organism. So these are some of the basic life processes that are going to happen inside the living organisms to maintain the living organism in living conditions. If these functions, one of these or many of these or all of these, if they are going to stop working, then the organism can no more be a living organism.